a lot of people think they know what confidence is. You know, maybe somebody's being really bold or extroverted. Maybe there's something more to it. So what do you define confidence as?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked it that way, because I feel like a lot of people believe they know what confidence is, right? There's certain behaviors that we think indicate that someone is confident. Like you said, boldness, or like sort of like a brashness, you know? And it almost, it's like sort of like almost like authority sometimes, you know? It just can come across, it's like a presence that presumes that they're correct. Okay, that is another way that we will read something as confidence.
Arrogance.
Yes, arrogance. Arrogance often reads to some people as confident.
Yes.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
But in all those cases, often that actually really isn't confidence from my perspective, because true confidence is actually really quiet.
Mm.
Because to me, true confidence is when you know and you're aware of your connection to pure source. You're aware of your brilliance. You're aware of your completeness and spirit level. You don't need to prove to anyone else that you're all that. You just are, right? So does it matter that anyone else recognizes it? Not really. And so it softly emanates from us. Mm. And it's funny because it's often the people who are quiet in that way, when they speak, they have a certain level of authority, because they don't need to prove anything to anyone. And I'm not saying that quietness means authority, but these people who are of a higher resonating order, who don't necessarily need to talk that much, when they speak, people really listen, because there's this thing about them, this sureness in them, that means that they don't need anyone else's approval necessarily. They're sharing because they feel compelled to, or they're called to for some reason, but they're not doing it to get someone's like, you know, good for you, I think you're awesome. They're not doing it for that reason.
Almost like a neutral.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. They're just sharing because in that moment they feel compelled to, for whatever reason. And that to me is true confidence. It's not really that like flashy bravado, whatever. That's oftentimes an indication that on the inside, those people are really riddled with self-doubt, oftentimes, and a lot of low self-worth stuff. So they need to be like, you know, the big person.
Like the bullies in school,
exactly.
right? Are the ones that are actually the most hurt or whatever on the inside.
Yeah. Exactly. It's the same.
Okay.
Right? And whether you're a bully when you're a child or you're an adult, it's the same, right? Internally, you don't feel very good about yourself. So you have to like push your frequencies into others to get their approval, or, you know, to be dominant in that way to make yourself feel better. But that's really just your ego mind running the show, being like, oh, well, I need to feel better than someone else. I'm just going to like push myself into them, or like dominate, or like control someone else.